coming later on tonight. Got a lot coming up in our last home broadcast of the season as Dirk nails the shot. Skin's going to talk to Tony Romo.
Nines everywhere.
Three-point try by Dirk is on the money.
Dirk has really shot the back.
And his 35th appearance of the year. And drains another jumper.
Well, the ball movement for Dallas early in this
Fun getting a Wisconsin boy like that.
Yeah, I know the Wisconsin moves. I mean, he's going to play defense the same way they all do. So,
all right. Down to the knife.
Good find there.
Racino has a lot of good finds and leaves that one for Dirk to drain the mid-range J. And career high, obviously, for the rookie. To the baseline, Dirk, yes, sir.
It's early in this game. Dirk is trying to contain them. Good find by Devin. Better find from JJ.
To Dirk. There's always a good find. Dirk on the money. Or it looked like you playing with
nice pass.
JJ to Dirk. He certainly was proof of that saying about as Dirk's jumper is on the money. The saying luck is.
And the up and under by Nowitzki.
Well, right now, the Suns getting before the game that they've got to keep him off the line.
Dirk Nowitzki showing the touch. Dirk with Bender. An education right there for the rookie. Going up again.
And you wonder, too, I mean, I thought when Michael Jordan retired, a nice move by Nowitzki is that, you know.
Skeleton crew and all for the Spurs. Keep in mind that Dedmon's worked his way into a role where he started over 30 games this year as Dirk did. Now he finds himself after 2 years in the D-League and his second year in the NBA. Dirk mid-range jumper, that's on the money.
What a great story on Simmons. Like
the rookie from Lansing, Michigan. Dirk over Kyle Anderson. Rhythm jumpers on the money. 3 for 5 from the floor for Dirk.
That looked good. Squared away.
Out of the timeout, Mavs have it. Dirk baseline.
Oh, that shot looks good. He and David Lee.
Team, first team. And he wasn't even on an NBA team until February. There's Dirk Nowitzki, first points for Dallas. Small gathering after the Celtics won the title, including the players. And the next day, Rick came back from right knee injury. Nowitzki, swish.
Bad job by Blake Griffin. That's a shot you don't want to give up to Dirk.
Problems this year for Berea. Harris to Dirk, and Nowitzki gets it. 9 points for Dirk, just 4 of 11 from the field. Going to be 39 in June. Announced that he's coming back on the 6th of November.
Dallas does not have shot blockers, Jim. You can go in on them, but that man and others on that team can do just that. Go down game in their half-court game, it will be a problem.
Three-pointer, Dirk Nowitzki, he has 5.
Well, Jim, already.
Nowitzki, three-pointer again, he has 2 of them. Jason Kidd wants a temp Saturday at Philadelphia.
Tough trip. 6 days.
Nowitzki, the Bucks have trailed by as many as 9 points.
Sweet pass, good finish. One of the few times Dirk's inside, but you can see.
Nowitzki well behind the three-point line.
Well, Thon's learning, you better pick.
Beasley defending Dirk Nowitzki.
Well, we haven't seen him down and post up the.
Really good offense for the Grizzlies. And we always say, if you get high percentage shots, those are the ones you tend to make.
Nowitzki with a long 2, such as that.
It's Zach Randolph and initiate the offense from that point.
Nowitzki fly-by by Randolph, and it's a 2-point game.
Second time, and they are not giving Mike that call off of the screen.
Nowitzki for 3. 8-point game.
Talking about from the field. 0 for 9 from Dallas. Nowitzki should change it there. That's his shot. So Hall of Famer Dirk Nowitzki. It's not used. 4 on the shot clock for Nowitzki. Boy, that stroke kills you every time he comes up with it. Finney Smith played well for them. A guy that wasn't drafted, a 23-year-old from Portsmouth, Virginia, as Dirk Nowitzki. makes it a 2-point by 8. Frazier with his first bucket, only his second try, and what a shot.
Linder.
Can't leave him at all. In lead, just can't lose him, and that's what makes you worry. And by the way, the guy earns his living like that, and I don't understand why they're. So Farrell out of the timeout. Dirk Nowitzki well rested. They got what they wanted, didn't they?
Easy.
Man,
wide
uncontested.
Matthews ducks around the defense, makes the dish. Dirk on the board.
Wesley is better as far as shooting the basketball, especially tonight. Good find from JJ.
Straight away three. Yes, sir. They reviewed. Shot made by Dirk. Apparently they could have called a play. Their scoring defense is 7th. They allow 103 a game. Their field goal defense is 9th. Even good defense.
The defense on it. Nice find there.
Well on the move into the lane. Dirk the tip in. Lead back to 14 points for the Raptors. Dirk nails that shot. Needed it to go. He's only 3 for 9 now. 6 points tonight.
Everything is about timing right now.
Ahead to Harris.
Got to be quick with it before the defense can get set.
Trailing to play. He loves that 3 and has for 19. Barnes scored first time down for Dallas. Double team on Matthews. Out to Dirk under the defense. Inside the line. And he drills the shot.
That is so. Go right at him.
And Dirk will shoot over Pierce. Yes, sir. Rattled in the jumper.
Can't be late.
An opportunity off the turnover. The ball moving around, and finally the right guy puts it up. Dirk short jumper. Timeout called by the Clippers. He gives the ball down to Dirk. Ready to work against Spates. One dribble to get it. Rhythm and hit the J.
Talking about knowing your game here. He's holding it.
Mavs thirsty for a basket here. They'll get one.
Needed it.
Love tomorrow. Dirk in rhythm to shoot and hit from the baseline on the pass from Seth.
Gotcha. Him in a place that he's not really comfortable. Driving to the rim. Got him again.
Pocket pass to Dirk from Wesley Matthews. He's the leading assist player.
And try and find bodies to defend.
Dirk, great shot on the money from the top of the key. Barnes keeps it alive again, and a tip out. Dirk stepping in to his favorite three from up top.
You called it right. The stepping.
Maybe another assist right here. Giving to Dirk, rattles in a J.
Well, if you want an assist, that's where you want to go. Dirk is shooting the ball as well as he has all year long right now. Nice attack.
JJ on the drive.
That's good.
Down the baseline to Dirk. It is good. Right in a...
You realize the Warriors will be the first team in the history of the game as Yogi finds Dirk. Nothing but net there. First nature offense. Just playing one-on-one basketball. Nice fake by Dirk.
Beats the shot clock. Dirk.
Build the offense.
In many ways for bigs guarding him, and he's too athletic and too big for some wings to guard.
Nowitzki. Just 1 of 7 to start as Dirk is going to make that all day.
Slow rotation. You can't give a guy like Nowitzki that much.
His shot has looked smooth. Nowitzki has all kinds of space. No one guarded him, and he takes advantage.
And that's, you know, with a guy like
Goodwin has a whole lot of size on him, both in height and weight, and Nowitzki banks it in.
Good fight by Goodwin, though. Did as much as he could. Play at the speed we want to be playing at to get into more of a rhythm on both ends of the floor.
Nowitzki with an answer.
And there he
has size on Levert. Will kick to the open man, Nowitzki. And you don't want to leave him.
If he has space, it is money.
Matthews gives it up. Nowitzki puts it down. A 7-0 run from Dallas, and the lead is back. Nearly hit him without AC looking. Now Nowitzki over Goodwin. Goodwin defended it, but Nowitzki pokes it. Brooklyn. Here's Nowitzki. Oh, that touch is gorgeous. 22 for Dirk.
See your man turn his head, you cut right to the rim. That's what Rashawn did.
Dirk Nowitzki adding to his ability to shoot and take it beyond the arc.
He can shoot.
And Finney Smith. Well, he could still shoot, huh?
Yeah, and the thing about it, Mark, well, before that, they were 0 for 9 in their last 10 possessions and 2 turnovers, Mark.
More for Dirk. Performances with 10 or more points. Dirk Nowitzki, the
Minnesota team. As you said, he had a pep in his step. Nowitzki with a great fake. The shot is good. Harris. Baseline. Dirk with a tremendous fake, and he just crushes you with those. Nowitzki. That time they didn't go for the fake, and he still drilled it. Farrell. Nowitzki. Good.
It looked like it. He bounced it and got to put 2 hands on it.
Nowitzki in Dallas has its first lead of the game. Wall on Nowitzki. Nowitzki, money player.
And DeRozan. Nowitzki with a jumper, and it's good. Here's Corey Joseph. Yogi Ferrell, as that bucket is good. I was talking about how Dallas has turned it around. October through the end of December, they were 10 and 20. They come right out of the timeout, and Nowitzki lines up the 3. He is 3 for 4, 7 points. And the 2-run, and then Nowitzki knocks down the shot. Toronto 4 of 6 in this quarter, Jack, with 4 assists.
And they've made 2 threes here, back to back.
Nowitzki from downtown. That's why they're going to extend the lead.
Well, I understand that, but you could do all that, but if there's still the it's amazing. Every time I watch Dirk Nowitzki play in person, I'm blown away. Because when you watch him play on TV, he looks like a skilled.
The 3 drills it.
I mean, he'll help a great deal. But in the meantime, you got to get to a point where
how to knock down outside shots, because this league does a lot of scouting. Dirk Nowitzki squared up.
Position, Bledsoe's guarding him. Seth beats Dirk. Bledsoe's a tough defender, but it's still a mouse in the house. It's a good shot challenge, but it don't matter. And the Mavs tip the rebound around and collect it. Here is Dirk. Oh, dream start again tonight for Dirk. This is Tuesday night all over again. TJ Warren just missed that one. Nice. Yogi had 17 points last night. He just scored, then he makes the assist pass to Dirk. What? And Williams is at 6'8", 260. Dirk still cooking. Jared Dudley defending Dirk. Classic Dirk look.
Because that one spied up.
He cleaned up last year on awards. We'll get to that in a minute. Close out by Jared Dudley. Dirk steps past with 1 dribble and has another wide open.
Welcome to the big leagues, buddy.
Bledsoe's going to help him.
Good. They should have got a layup on that. This is a layup.
Late clock. Dirk wide open. Yes, sir. Layup. Keep going.
Well, that'll help him make shots.
Dirk hits. Timeout.
I like talking about a mouse in the house.
Dirk looking to get on the scoreboard over Randy Foy. He does.
Looks like a little field towel.
JJ around a Dirk screen. Goes back to him. Dirk now hoping the outside shot has been found. And post up Dirk against Rondae Hollis Jefferson. Bank shot. Great touch. And great array of moves to final on Brooklyn. 4th quarter. Dirk is open for 3. And you can write him down. Slow start tonight, but Dirk has now made the last 4 shots that he's attempted. High pick and roll again. JJ went down, ball fortuitously bounces to Powell. He goes to Dirk, back to back from long range. He called it. Part of paving the way for so many after the fact.
Nice find.
And Dirk looking to start the scoring for Dallas tonight, and he does with a jump shot to level up the score at 2-2.
What's going on? What's at stake tonight? And there you see another shot for Dirk.
For 3 more.
Maybe he'll get it.
Which has been even closer in this 8th-place playoff chase.
That's the bottom line. I mean, I think Dirk will agree.
Stepping into a 3. It's 8 in a row to start the game for Dirk. He goes around it into the lane. Seth finds Dirk. 1 bounce dribble. He's fouled. Dirk's already scored 11. He needs 9 more. Now they'll put him down low, and he very quickly shoots it over Russell. He needs 7 more. Up to set a screen. Now involved in a pick and roll with Devin Harris. Quick pass by Harris to take 2 more. Now down the floor. One shot. He's about to get another one. Down low against Larry Nance Jr. Here it is. To do it tonight. Needed 20. Did it by early in the second quarter.
When he doesn't shoot well, he goes to the well. He goes to the gym and continues to try and make sure his shot is where it is. And how the heck?
Sabonis' father, Arvydas, one of the great European players of all time in the Hall of Fame, as Nowitzki strikes from about 20 feet for his. Here's Nowitzki for 3. Swishes it home. Harris gets it back to Dirk, and Nowitzki able to hit it off the window.
I think those guys have seen that a lot together.
And Gibson told us before the game he was really surprised as Nowitzki hits it. The day's gone on here. I haven't heard anything. I'm probably going to stick around, and then you got a call about 20 minutes left of the trade deadline that he was leaving. Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk having a turn
They're on that team, right? Buzz Williams.
Dirk steps inside the arc and cans it. That's 13 for Dirk Nowitzki tonight.
See, he's punished 30.
Meanwhile, 2 misses for Cantor at the foul line. He's 2 of 5 at the line. Here's Dirk from outside. Sign for Dallas that at least he's back out here. 16-point lead for the Mavs. Here's Dirk from outside. Count it.
Not anymore.
Parsons crowds Dirk, and he drills the shot on the stare down. 4th in bench points, 1st in bench rebounds. Dirk answers the Zach Randolph bucket. Much quieter basket by Dirk.
Initially.
I wouldn't want it to happen to me.
3rd foul on Parsons. Dirk scores over him. Right off the inbounds pass. It's 3rd tonight. Mavs are outboarding the big bad Grizzlies by 8. And there's a 3 dropped in by Dirk.
Yogi Ferrell takes it to the baseline. Right down to Nerlens, tried to dunk, not there, and Dirk is there to lay it in.
Play a little bit more aggressively.
Dirk lines it up.
Oh, that's a layup for Dirk Nowitzki.
Mavs save it, get a new clock for Dirk.
Now that's an easy shot there for Dirk Nowitzki. Ooh, wide open shots, and he's making the best of it.
Dirk steps in for 2. Automatic. 57-48. Dirk back in with 3 fouls, fires and hits.
And Magruder is averaging 10 points a game over his last 8. That is nice. Seth goes to Dirk. Here comes Yogi. Dirk calling for it, but Devin Harris's touch pass. The favored.
Concern yourself with the spacing. I think the fact that Davis can stretch the floor as Dirk knocks down his first 3-pointer. I think the fact that Davis can stretch the floor along with.
And 2012
yes, sir, that's right.
Dirk or Dante Cunningham. Write him down.
Good decision by
Dirk with a long 2 on the money. 7 tonight for Dirk. Looking much better shooting the ball here. Yogi Ferrell leaves it for Matthews. Finds an open Dirk who heaves and hits a 3.
You can almost call.
And off we go to start the 3rd quarter now for Dallas. And it is a good find. Anytime you find Dirk, it's a good find. And that's what's screened by Dirk. Yogi around the pick. Bluff the pass. Now he'll find Dirk. And 2 more on the board. 14 tonight to lead the Mavs.
Good find.
Yeah, Yogi goes over to Dirk. Dirk, all core. That sweet sound of the string music on the 2-pointer for Dirk. Here's Devin to Dirk. Quickly in action. He goes under the defense, and he is looking dynamite.
Last 7 shot attempts. Dirk rolls it in. Afterwards, he said all of their games have been terrific since Syracuse has joined the ACC. Be able to handle Cleveland in the postseason.
Yeah, maybe.
Nowitzki, the hook shot, gets the roll. Nowitzki. Dirk has not had a good night shooting the basketball. That's just his 4th make in 12 attempts.
Start for Detroit tonight. Can the drought come to an end here? Yes, it can. That's where you go when you need to stop the bleeding.
That's an outstanding
8 days.
Well, Ish Smith has made a lot of plays. That's a nice find there.
And it's Dirk nailing a jumper.
It's a silk bizarre game, man. You didn't know that?
And Rick will make coaches or referees nervous with the way he steps out of the floor to call timeouts. He's right to him.
Yeah. Nice find.
Drummond late on the closeout, and Dirk hits a jumper.
And you're putting Drummond in a very uncomfortable position. Dirk's going to pull up.
And that's an uncomfortable position for Drummond to come out and try and guard him as Boyd with the Jackson 3-ball.
That's what you want to do. Stops the bleeding. Dirk from Williams again.
Yes, sir.
He's grooving. He misses. You know things are starting to go bad. Dirk going to square up.
And he nails that 3.
Yeah.
He is now less than 100 points. Going to get involved in a pick and roll with Wesley Matthews. They will go to Dirk. He will shoot it. He will hit it. Oh, he's going to that special place. Time tonight.
There's Dirk again from the three-point line. Got squared up.
There you go.
He has certainly.
A week removed from turning 28 years old. A two-time All-Star. Dirk has Dallas on the board.
That's good execution.
Now at home, 14-13 at American Airlines Center.
A real mouse in the house.
Mismatch here. Dirk shoots over Thomas and hits.
Brook only.
Now Dirk for 3. Close out by Horford, but too late. And Dirk and Isaiah Thomas both have their teams off the side. Once again, they've got Thomas matched up on Dirk. Dirk shooting over him. Yes, sir. 9 in the first quarter for Dirk in the opening.
Once a team get as hot as Boston has been in this game.
Dirk over here, Johnson got the shooter's bounce.
That's good touch.
7 shots missed by Dallas when they had the chance to go in front. Dirk gets the 2 right back, though, to bring Dallas to within weeks. And certainly that was the hope that they would be able to rise to the challenge of playing Boston tonight.
He's got to hustle back and build that wall, of course. Dirk Nowitzki.
24 games, even though his shooting percentages aren't very good lately.
Right.
Dirk on the money again. Dirk but Harris with an offensive rebound. He's got some spring in his step tonight, and he finds Dirk, who drains the chain. Spurs the other way, quickly going to the basket is Yogi. Dwight Powell traded the play, quickly swung it to Dirk, and Dallas continues to sizzle from downtown. The first half, 3 to start the second half, and then Ibaka scores. And 3 more on the board for Dallas, courtesy of Dirk draining 1 from long range.
Nice find.
Matthews to Dirk. Comfortable rhythm jumper.
There, Hart. That wasn't going to work out for him.
It's a good look.
25 on Tuesday night.
Against him, you're not going to find yourself taking a high percentage shot.
Dirk will take a high percentage shot, and he drills it right up over Derek Favors. 3 or 4 points, depending on what kind of look they can get. It's a good look. It's a 2 for Dirk. It's on the money.
Well, one of the things throughout his career that you've noticed.
He has doubled that in terms of rebounds, though, with 8. Dirk over Sheldon Mack. And boy, did Dallas need that.
Yeah. That's a good decision that time.
In the lane, Dirk. 5-point game.
It's a good decision.
Hit bull defense that time against Ingles.
Yeah, he battles. That's good right there.
Go there! You called him, my man.
Yeah, I mean, that's good.
Dirk to the rim. Nicely done. Dirk took him to school, took his touch. Johnson, a step back to tie the game. It's short, but it falls for Dirk. He can tie it.
Build on that throughout the game.
Made their first 7 shots on Friday night. This game starts with Dirk hitting his first, just like last night. Skip pass, Dirk in the corner. He's trying to get going, and that will help. A 3 is...
Never got the best of it.
Dirk looking for his second 3 of the quarter, and it's on target.
They're not coming as easy as they did earlier. Mouse in the house here.
Dirk over McCollum, and that will move him into the top 10. Dirk against Al-Farouq Aminu. Backing him down, late block. Yes, he does have him, and he has 2 more points. Ahead to Matthews, waiting for his teammates. Dirk, a trail 3, and gives Dallas the hands right now. A 2 to tie, a three to win the game. And it will be Dirk taking the three.
Like that jump ball between Nowitzki and Jokic, nobody wanted to win.
Now Dirk Nowitzki, he's 203 points from 30,000 in his career. Matthews a deadly three-point shooter. Now Dirk cranks it up from long distance and hits. Dallas was 4 of 17 shooting in the second quarter. They're 4 of 5. Now make it 5 of 6 here in the third. Now Dirk guarded by Harris. Going to back him in. A little fadeaway coming. No, that's too easy. And it's got to get
offense, averaging 10 points per game more during the stretch than it was prior. And there is vintage Dirk drilling the three. Shot clock at 8 here for the Mavs. Nowitzki up top for 3, buries it. His second triple.
Well, how pretty is that jumper?
Way back from 24 down in the first half. Nowitzki answers, swishing home a 3.
Come on, how about the...
As a hot team themselves, 7 out of the last 10 for them. Great January as Dirk Nowitzki knocks down his second out. That's so deep. So you let 7-foot guys with that kind of wingspan, Dirk gonna pull the trigger. Gets it to go from the top of the key.
He's got a left knee contusion. Didn't play Monday either. Dirk, tough night shooting the ball, but Harris just hit a couple of free throws.
Beautiful.
Drew in the defense. Dirk, yes, sir.
That's beautiful basketball there, Bart.
And you know, his whole life, and he gets to Golden State, he has to change his whole game around.
Yeah.
So I had a good feeling about it.
A swish for Dirk on the three-pointer after LeBron.
Offense more than his offense, but capable.
Right. He's making those type shots you live with. Those tough twos.
Yep.
You don't have LeBron him get going. You keep him out there on the perimeter.
That Cleveland anticipated. Nice find.
Dirk to answer the corner three. Wide open and right up down.
Nowitzki and Finney Smith on the lineup. Dirk, this one up and in by teams that are just struggling to put anything together, that Dallas would still have an outside shot at getting that number 8 spot.
That's exactly right.
Nowitzki knocks down the jumper. Work the screen with Nowitzki. And Dirk over Danny Green.
Yeah. And he absorbed some contact.
Dirk, lead on away.
That was solid D right there.
Yeah.
Just better.
Track for the Mavericks. His first game started tonight. Feeds Dirk. He hits the 3.
He's averaging 24 points a game.
Yep.
Dirk to put the Mavs on the board, and he does.
That's a good look. And a lot of games here recently, Dirk have gotten those looks and hadn't been able to knock them in, but good to see him off to a good start here against the Knicks.
New York won on Monday against Indiana, 109-103, only their 4th win in the last 17 games. Good hand by Dirk defensively, and Noah is a very good rebounder, averaging 11 boards over his last 14 games and 9 boards a game this year. Dirk for the second shot. Rose gambled, went for the steal. A wide open Dirk, right them. 59% from the floor, 56 from New York. Dirk from Pierre Jackson, 20. That's 10 now. Have a 2-point lead. Pocket pass, D. Will to Dirk. Very smeared. Porzingis trying to stay in front of Barnes this time. Barnes facilitates, and Dirk is on the money with a 20-footer.
That's a really good.
For a long, long time, old Seth Curry. For 3. Dirk, put back, yes. 31 tonight for Melo. Dirk to give Dallas a hoop here at the end of the third quarter. He does. Over Anthony. The Lakers ended a 5-game losing skid. They beat Indiana in LA 108-96. And that's good to see after the 1-for-13
spot. But Finney Smith obviously ready to go.
You lock up to get the Pacers. Like I just did.
I was just in shock at how long Dirk had to free himself up for that little 12-foot baseline shot. No one was near him.
For the first time. I literally was like, what is going on? Looking up at the ceiling.
That is a travel. He knows he did on Fox Sports Southwest. Dwight Powell will have another chance. He'll give the ball up to Dirk. Baseline jumper on the money.
You know, Dwight Powell, pretty intelligent guy. That was a good.
Then he'll start referencing people who are ranked in the world that you've never heard of.
But all of those people see it. So
I think Dirk needs to stick to shooting. Last minute of the half. Wide open. Hell of flashy.
Utah took advantage. This third quarter, the start of it is very important.
That's important because that's Dirk's first basket of the night. He was open.
You're right. He's 2 for 2. Nowitzki wide open from 19 feet out. He splashes that one home. You know, Dirk's averaging 13 a game. Finals victory over Miami. Berea had injury problems earlier this year. So did Dirk. Dirk Nowitzki. Victories against Washington and Indiana in a row. 3 on the shot clock for Dirk. Shoots over Ellington. 39%.
Berea got caught under the screen. Dragic took advantage of it.
Nowitzki on the pick and pop. It sticks for Dirk. He had
in there and the great hands that he has.
Whiteside 9 points in 5 first quarter minutes. Just 2 points in this quarter. Quote, logical progression with the way the game has developed. A lot of stretch 4s. He's a stretch 5. Matter of fact, they call him a space 5. Darren Williams. They got to hurry. Matthews to Dirk. The corner tray is good.
You got to make him play defense. Nowitzki, he goes inside. He scores. He got the small guy on him. And look, here they go recognizing the mismatch. Got the better of that deal. There's Dirk turning and scoring again. He can score a lot of ways. He can score 3% from the field. Berea, hook back. Nowitzki is wide open and scores. And timeout, Fred Hoiberg. Oh, Fred wants to.
They shot 56% against Dallas on Monday. Their best of the year. Dirk's statue shot and a little extra. Leading the way again. He'll give it up. And so will JJ. Dirk for 3.
Just push it. Push it.
Lisa has the last 8 points for the Timberwolves since 3:22 left in the first quarter. Dirk operating in the paint. 7 points today for him. Ray maneuvers away from Rubio using a Dirk screen. Now Dirk, one bounce dribble against Bielitsa. Running the floor to White Powell. Wraparound pass to Finney-Smith. Outside Dirk for a trail 3. Oh! The stove is on. Lunch is being. Dirk to catch and shoot. On the money. Harris, nice catch. Kept in bounds. Harris drives, finds Dirk to save the day.
Dirk long 2, drills it.
He'll be able to do that when he's 70 years old. They got to manufacture ways to be able to make points, to score. And so getting stops like that's one way. Good job by Rubio to not let himself get posted up by Harrison Barnes, but Dirk cans the triple.
Nowitzki for another 3. His third triple of this. Good stuff. Dirk draws the foul, gets it to go. That is a 3 that went through the net, unfortunately.
This is what Dirk's bullies young point guards like Tyus.
18 in the game for Dirk. His season high is
turned over and then converted it.
An 8-0 run from Minnesota. Dirk for 3 and a new season high and made 3s in a single game.
But Forrest settled on 3, scoring 14 points against the Pelicans Thursday. Dirk nails it. Old Faithful. Let's have it. And Berea, what a pass up ahead to Dirk. He catches and scores. The old veteran. That's 14 in the last 3 games for Dirk on the baseline has a fadeaway. Hardy. Dirk has it. Mouse in the house time. He shoots before the double gets there, and it is 2 on the board. 11 tonight now for Dirk. Had 3 crucial defensive rebounds in the last 3 minutes. All day and all night. And now Dallas is on the board with a Dirk 3-pointer. Well, it was road. There's Powell rolling. Matthews dishing on the perimeter. Escape dribble and inside the arc, and he nails the jumper.
D-R-E-K, right?
Everybody knows that.
Only way I know.
Only one way to spell D-I-R-K as well. Dirk Nowitzki. Here's Williams on a drive. D will stop by Bledsoe. Up top, Dirk. Yes, sir. Straight away, 3 ball. That sweet sound of the string music.
I ask you all the time, did you see the knee bend?
I saw it.
Yeah, and that's when Dirk is at his best.
10 tonight for Dirk. Free throw line pull-up teach. Williams with a lead. He missed a three, but a nice soft tip-out rebound by Barnes. And Dirk will get Dallas the edge. The Mavs go up one on the Dirk three-ball. It slowed him down a little bit. Was losing last night by 10 in Houston. They led that game by 15 points in the first half, and Houston got him in the second half. Wizards up by 3.
Nice.
Powell. Powell facilitating to Dirk for a short J. After he was the NCAA Player of the Year for Michigan in 2013. Dirk on the turnaround against Marquise Moore. 10 boards for him tonight. 8 points too. For 3, Dirk. That's a rip. And nails the three-pointer. Half down by
Nowitzki, and he just set up Pachulia perfectly.
Dirk is 7 feet tall, over Steph, post up Nowitzki. He's been at that block for his career in a little step around, and you just wonder when the...
Well, this team, they can still vie for the playoffs. That's how he feels about things. Turn their season around.
There's that phenomenon.
That averages as much as Harden is able to average. Nice find that time.
Dirk underneath lays it in for the Mavs. 3 or 4 good offensive possessions, 3 or 4 good defensive possessions. That's a good offensive possession.
Yes, it was.
Devin Harris, who just came into the game, and he's had problems staying on the floor. Dirk on the fall away, and can't defend it. 7-footer falling away. Dallas' biggest lead is up to 11. With Seth Curry in there with Dirk. And Dirk fills her up. How good is this guy? And we'll see you here for the only appearance of the New York Knicks. It'll be Nowitzki.
Somebody's got to go double that.
He's got 4 boards. Nowitzki free on the arc.
Will not leave him that wide open.
How is he that?
They can be dangerous.
They're up 3-0. And they're communicating. That used to be a layup. And I guess still is. 21-21 ball game. Pretty good showing, but a good job by Dirk Nowitzki at the age of 38. Clippers by a point.
I mean, they rode that Nowitzki low post to a championship in 2011. That's exactly.
Of all the people in the building,
him open.
Bingo. 3 ball by Dirk. He has 11. Folks, he hadn't played since November the 25th. You just don't come back like that. Oh, bingo. 14 for Dirk.
I mean, he's pretty easy to find,
minutes.
right?
Yeah.
You can't.
Nowitzki is absolutely tearing the Clippers apart. He has 16 points in 15 minutes.
Matthews, one of those undrafted free agents. Nowitzki with the easy one. Can't leave him open. Suffice. Rebound reeled in by Bogut. Another chance for the guys in blue. Nowitzki a reload and hits it from the baseline.
And he's not going to miss 2 in a row.
Nope. Nowitzki just a little bit of room and he hits it. How many million of those shots has he hit in his?
Because LeBron was the second guy through the lane.
Nowitzki didn't expect it, but hit it anyway.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Always ready to pull the trick cut. Darren Williams drawing a crowd. Dirk. That's a money shot for Dirk Nowitzki. Curry to the right hand. Surprising he didn't take the shot. Dirk called for it though, and he hit it. Dirk says, why go for 2 when I've got 3?
Oh, I'm just kidding. Please, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That was a joke.
Nowitzki sends it and hits it.
Joke.
Now, 31% from the three-point line.
And 91 points per game. And here's a three-pointer put up and on the money.
God, how I missed that.
And 4 different stops. Dirk over Johnson. Baseline jumper. Curry went away from the screen. Mismatch here. Dirk on the move to the basket.
I like the attack
this year to open up the season.
As a team, Portland has shot that 3 well. Nice pass.
Whoa, a Dirk dunk. Hello. Dirk against Evan Turner on a post up. Put 2.
Look at Favors. Just is able to just stay in the paint. Can really help out.
Dirk drives and hangs up 2. And Dirk's on the board. Takes a while, chug along, get it up and in. Footer who could bang down low, trailer 3. There he is inside, and the flick of the wrist back to back. San Antonio made a run back. Jazz calmed down in the fourth quarter. Nowitzki off balance, and Dirk now with 9 points.
Quick guards out there in Barea and Curry as they move the ball around, and Nowitzki.
Yeah, they're able to get him off the snide by moving the ball, but it's...
And that's Nowitzki. Some pretty good post-quarter steals. Nowitzki.
He is just so big. I mean, he made a turn there.
Full figures. There's his dad. 55-45, blue and gold. Nowitzki open for three.
You can't let him get that much.
Change and move from Frank Vogel to Nate McMillan. He said one of his biggest free agent signings and acquisitions would be retaining Dan Burke.
Yeah, it had to be because the ball ended up sliding just a little bit left.
Here's Nowitzki, a long-range three. Dirk has hit 4 of them.
Really good. Thad Young did a great job.
Right in the face of Dirk, and Dirk at 38 years old, he is in. Nowitzki inside the arc, and his jumper is perfect.